Alright guys, back again today with another video, and we're going to be talking about some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle reproductions here. This is considered the classic collection, I guess. And I told you in a prior video when I was going over the different years of the original Playmates toys, the Sewer Hero. It came with 4 figures all together, which I have them here. And I'm going to compare them with these reproductions that came out it was either this year or last year these came out. But I just got this today, so I was like, you know what? Let's get into that and see what it's about. And the big selling point, honestly, for these, because I'm not somebody that goes and buys a lot of reproductions. I don't ever really. I like to try to keep with the originals. But I did want to do this comparison with these guys, and because I do like the superhero-based turtle figures. But after seeing this box art on this, I was like, man, I gotta have this because I'm gonna try to keep this if I can keep it in good shape. It does look a little roughed up. A lot of tape on this thing from the trip. I don't know if they're all made that way or I just got extra special, but yeah, a lot of tape on this box. So I'm not sure what's going to happen once I take that tape off to get the figures out. But I do love this box art. So you look at it there. We'll turn it to the side here. You got hot, fresh pizza open down there. You got a foot soldier shadow in a window. trying to creep us out with that one. And then on the back we got Super Michelangelo fighting the mighty Bbop down there. Very cool. It has a wanted poster of the Shredder. That's really cool too. Very cool. I would love to have like a big size diorama of like this scene. But with the actual figures, I guess, instead of pictures of them. But it'd be really cool. You got the Foot Clan was here. Baxter's storage, packing, and shipping. So very cool stuff. Now I'm gonna get these guys out of the box. I think they come in like the original box, like kind of stuff. Not the original box, but you know what I mean, like a box like the originals did. But I'm not positive. We'll see once we get this open, and if it is, I'll show you that. If it's just the figures, we'll find out that way too. This is my first time purchasing one of these sets. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. It looks pretty cool. So yeah, let's do this. Alright, so before I get into the figures, I realized I didn't show you guys the top of the box. So I just want to do that real quick. The top and the bottom, actually. So this is just the sewer on the top here. It says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then on the bottom, it just shows you what actually comes in the box. Just for those people that are collecting the boxes and are not going to remove anything. So there you go. That's that. Now here are the actual figures inside the box. And just like I thought they did, they come in the not the original packaging, but a reproduction of the original packaging, obviously. And I have to say, these guys look really cool. I think they look just like the originals. I don't know if there's a difference. I don't know if we're going to be able to pinpoint a difference yet, but we'll see in a minute once we get them out. They look a lot alike. Obviously, these are in way better shape than my originals that have been out in the wilderness for 30 years. But these are very cool figures nonetheless, and so isn't the original, so I'm excited about that. Now the back of the box is pretty much the same on all 4 of these figures. The only difference is you got the different portrait of the figure here, and as I said, I didn't know if these came out in 2023 or 2022. So 2022 Viacom, there you go. I think they were probably released this year, but was made in 2022. That's what we're going to go with anyways. So yeah, guys, that's about it as far as what they come in the packaging. So let's get these guys out and do some comparisons and see what we got going on. Right out of the box, we got Super Mikey here first. Let's get a closer look at this guy. Now he looks really good. Let's look at his date too, just to confirm what we're looking at here. 2016 Viacom. So I'm assuming this figure came out in 2016 then. It must have came out as like a solo release, a reproduction release, and then they decided to put them all in the boxes. I wonder if all of them came out in 2016. I bet they did. So we'll check the date on all those just to be sure. But yeah, also he has that action there where he swings. He can punch somebody. So that is the special action with these figures, just to point that out. But overall, he looks in pretty great shape coming straight out of the box. He should. But there is a smudge I noticed when I was taking him out. I was like, man, it looks like his cape must have rubbed on the back of his shell there. That's unfortunate, but I can probably get that off with one of those magic eraser Mr. Clean things. so I ain't too worried about it. But yeah, so not any real quality issues with this figure. Now they did make him true to the line because they can't stand, so I'll have to be putting him on a stand to get him to stand up for me. But yeah, he looks good, as he should. Looks brand new, no QC issues really. Yeah, so that's great. Now let's compare him. Well, at first, before we compare him with the original, let's take a look at his little bit of accessories he's got here. He comes with this like Captain America looking shield. Of course, it's just all red. Doesn't have any blue or anything in it. Now you can see there is some quality issues there on mine. Looks like it got a little tear or something going on it. They must not, I don't know, sandpapered this thing or whatnot. Well, it's kind of rubbery. It's a very soft material. So, yeah, whatever they printed this on, what is that called? TPU or, I don't know, some kind of plastic. But it's very soft, almost rubbery-like. But, yeah, so that's what comes with him there is his shield. And he does have this little blaster type gun, little laser gun or something. Not sure what you would call that. It's also made out of a softer plastic. Put that over there. And last but not least, he has this. I had to look at this guy for a minute. I was like, what exactly is he? I thought he was like a lizard at first. I'm like, well, he looks kind of like a bird. He's got the bird feet. He's got the beak. He's got like almost like a rooster thing going on here. But this is a parrot. He is his parrot pal. So, patriotic Crackers the Parrot. I believe he's called Crackers the Parrot. So there we go. He got his little cape and everything. And also, he's made out of the same as the others, that real soft. You can move him around a little bit here. But, yeah. There you go. So those are his accessories. Now we'll bring over the original here, which as you can see, not in as good as shape. Alright, so we'll compare him with the original here. So there the two are twinsies going on here, twins action. Now obviously the only differences I can see right off the bat looking at them together is you can see mine's a little worn, just a discoloration with the gloves there. And you got some blue chipping, but this is an aged figure compared with something straight out of the box. So we can't, you know, cut down on this one too much, right? But yeah, there is no real big differences. I'm looking at them side by side. The bandana's like pretty much exactly the same, other than the coloration's a little bit different from the age. Just trying to get the profile pics in right here. I don't know. It almost looks like the mask might be a little bit longer. I don't know. Does it look like it looks like the mask goes out further? Maybe I'm not positive on that, but that's almost what it looks like. Like the mask might be kind of longer. As far as like the bodies here, they look to be the same size. I don't really notice. Trying to compare the muscle tonnage here. It almost looks like the original has more muscular definition, but I don't know. Is it thicker? Maybe not. Maybe they're about the same. It's hard to tell. But pretty much everything else to say, you see like the Mikey's getting rubbed off on this, but this in perfect condition. So yeah, we'll just look at just so everybody knows that this is an original. 1993 right there, Mirage Studios. Yeah, but honestly, there's no, like, looking at the faces, I don't see anything different. Like I said, the mask, I think that's just, you know, over the years, the color fades a little bit maybe. But other than the mask being a little bit darker on this one, because of that, I don't notice. Unless there's something I'm totally missing. The belts look exactly the same. The cape's the same. The logo's the same. Pretty much. It does look kind of like, if you look at the logo, maybe it's shaped a little bit different. Like on this new one, it's kind of pointed. It's more rounded. If you can see like the corner right there. If you look like right here, and then look right here, it's a little bit more pointy. I don't know if we're missing anything here, but it looks like it might just be a little bit more pointy on the logo. If you want to consider that a big difference or something. But yeah, the star... I'm trying to look at the belt buckle things there, and I think they're about the same size. I don't notice a big difference. Like I said, this one's kind of faded. So yeah, there is no, honestly, there's no big difference between these two figures. They're almost exactly the same. Like I said, the only thing I've noticed, maybe the headband there, the mask. Maybe this one's a little bit longer on the original. It could just be me though. But yeah, so that is it for Super Mike. Like I said, these reproductions, this is cool to have because this my old one here, my original one from 30 some years ago, is not in the greatest shape. So it's cool to have this guy, just to have a one that looks pristine. But maybe I'll get the original someday in a better shape. Who knows? But until then, we got this reproduction to look at that looks glorious, fantastic. Nothing bad to say about these guys. So let's move on. Alrighty, so here is Superdum out of the box, and he looks magnificent standing there like a big boy on his own without a stand. How great is that? Hurrah, hurrah. But we'll get a closer look at this guy. Now, notice just touching this right here, my, in the box, my cape got mangled somehow. I don't know. It can't be the shipper's problem. It isn't the seller's problem. This had to have been from the manufacturer. So they kind of just didn't give him enough room. They just jabbed him in there like he's going to fit. And we're going to bend his cape and make it work. So that's unfortunate that they did that. But we can probably fix that somehow. I don't know how. Sure, we can pop this out and iron that detail out. Now, the thing that was annoying to me is this noise. I don't think the original sounded like that. I'm pretty sure the Super Mikey that I just had, his waist didn't sound like that. So I don't understand why he's got a noisy waist. I don't know if that's really a problem. I don't think anything's broke. I mean, he seems to do his specialty fine there. So yeah, no big complaints. He looks great. So yeah, let's put him here, see if we can get him to stand. Oh, he stood back up. Great. We'll just go over his accessories. Now, he has this shield. They all come with a shield. This is just a turtle shield as a T there right there. So yeah, little yellow, gold, whatever kind of shield you want to look at here. So he has that. He has this little thing. It's like a boomerang wrist. It goes on his wrist. It's like a boomerang thing going on right here. So pretty cool. Shoot some boomerangs at people. Nothing wrong with that. And then he's got this guy right here, which is his sidekick. And it looks like a frog. Looks like one of those, I'll have to do a video of one of these things, but one of them, those like knockoff figures. They're called, I think they're literally called Ninja Frogs or something. I'm going to get one and do a little review or something of it just because, but they came out, I believe, in the 90s as well. But that's what this reminds me of. But this is his sidekick, Tadpole. Tadpole, the sidekick for Superdum here. But it almost looks like a frog with a ninja mask on, but I'm not, it's really hard to tell. Pretty cool though. Yes, this is a Tadpole sidekick. So we'll put him over here. And those are also made of that, you know, special soft plastic. See if we can get the original Dawn to stand. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Magnificent. No stands. He's standing up. How long will it last? We don't know. He might fall over. But looking at this guy, you know, I don't know. The hard part about doing comparisons is if we're going to go by color, because you can obviously see the cape on the original here is a little bit lighter. This one's darker over here. His gloves on the original's lighter, or actually darker than the new one here. The D on this one is green. The D on this one is white. But yeah, I mean, one looks a little bit darker than the other in different parts. One looks a little bit lighter, but no big difference. They look the same. It's the same. You got the same face here. Nothing different there. The mouth, everything's pretty much identical. Like I said, you could say it could be due to age, or they just used a lighter green. But overall, they're pretty much the same. No big difference. This D, I don't know if it's just rubbed off a little bit there, but it is green instead of the white lettering. I don't know if, you know, if that's accurate all around, but it is here. I hate that his cape's a little messed up there, but it's all right. We'll get past that. But overall, these guys look very similar. I don't notice any difference. They definitely could be twinsies. Yeah, nothing really. There's no like bulky size difference or super color variation here that's like, oh, it looks nothing like the original. So yeah, pretty cool. And just to be sure, 1993, and then 2016 Viacom. So there we go. Original and reproduction. Both look outstanding, I have to say. But let's move on to the next set. Alrighty, so here is Rhino Man out of the box, and he is standing up like a big boy as well, so that is great. Let's get a closer look at this guy. His cape almost looks like it needs maneuvered around here. Now he's got a little bend. Apparently, he didn't make these boxes big enough for these capes, because he's got little crinkles on the, if you see these corners where my fingers are here. But not as bad, definitely not as bad as Dawn's cape, so we got that at least. But there is some QC issues. I see some, like a little tear right there as well on there. So that's not great. Looks like there's a paint chipped off this right here. This almost looks like, I mean, this is still in better shape than my original. But man, look, there's some QC issues here and there. That's kind of disappointing. You would think this would be mint, no issues, but there's some paint missing, some tears in the cape there. But I mean, overall, he still looks good. Real nice bright orange. That's my favorite color right there. Got to stick with the orange color. I'm assuming it's going to be 2016. Oh no, look. Different date on Rhino Man, Viacom 2021 Playmates. So that's different because Dawn and Mikey were both 2016 Viacom, so I guess maybe they were released different years and they all got put in this set, so that's something. That's pretty cool to know. But anyways, 2021 Rhino Man here. And yeah, other than the cape issues that I pointed out, and you know, he's missing that little bit of paint on his knuckle there, he looks pretty good. Definitely nothing. Let's see if he doesn't have that weird Dawn waist noise. So he can do his little move there. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's look at his little bit of accessories he came with here. Now he has this shield. It looks like a rhino. It's like a rhino plated shield, I believe is what they're calling this. And you can see like the horns and everything right here. That's really cool. I like that. I do like this shield. So I might actually display him holding this, because that's pretty badass. So we'll put that shield over here. And he has this little laser type blaster gun again. Pretty cool looking. Got that. And then he's also got his sidekick here. Now you look at this guy, and you can see like the head right here. You got teeth or something right there. This is Nutty the squirrely sidekick is what he's called. But he looks like a rat to me. I don't know if they did or something. That looks like Master Splinter like got shrunk is what this looks like to me. So I don't know. Maybe that's just my imagination. But yeah, he must be a flying squirrel because he does have a cape back here. But that is his sidekick. Nutty the squirrely sidekick. So there we go. We'll put him over here. And then we'll bring over the original. Get him in the picture here. And as you can see, obviously there's going to be some marks and stuff here. But overall, I think the original is not in too bad shape. Like I said, there's rub on the head and stuff like that on his knuckles and everything. So he's missing paint. But yeah, this is the original. See if we can get this 1993 Mirage Studios. So yeah, these two, grabbing air right there, look very identical. I don't really notice much. It almost looks like, nah, they're about the same. I was going to say maybe the reproduction's a little bit larger, but I don't think that's the case. Like, he looks a little bit bulkier, but it might just be my eyes. But you do like looking at this profile shot here. It looks like the eyes might be slightly different. I don't know. Not a big difference, but you can clearly see his eyeballs further up. That one's fine. I don't know. I might just be nitpicking here. It might be slightly different with the eyes, but they're about the same, so no biggity. Even like around the eyes, maybe there's a little difference, but not much. The ears look about the same. The horns look the same. The cape, the coloring, the R. I mean, if there's differences, they're very slight, not too noticeable. So yeah, very much alike here. Make sure we got yeah, the horns and everything on both hands there. Yeah, so overall these guys, so far all these figures look a lot alike. I don't see big differences, if any differences at all. So there we go. Let's move on to the last set here. Here is Mighty Bbop out of the box, standing up as well. I had to applaud this line. I think the only figure that I had issues with was Super Mikey. But yeah, so this guy was standing up good. Does he have a weird? No, he doesn't sound weird. His waist sounds fine. He spins around really well. Yeah, so no weird noise. I don't know what's going on with the Dawn figure. But his waist is definitely different. Not sure why. But this guy looks great. I do like myself a Mighty Bbop. I think this is a cool figure. All of them are pretty cool. But yeah, Mighty Bbop here. He's got his nose ring, snout, cape back here. I didn't even notice what that was before, but that is. It's like the nose ring, right? And the nose, the snout, the nose ring. That's cool. I just learned that. I learned what that meant back there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Let's look at his accessories. Very cool figure, though. Now I'm going to be able to get him to stand. I just said how great they were at standing. All right, we're just going to lean him. He's giving me issues right now. He comes with this really cool fist shield. That just looks badass. He got a shield with a giant fist coming out in it. I don't know why there's a hole right there, but still pretty cool. Cool looking shield. He does have this little wrist gun here. So you just connect this onto his wrist. I don't know, it's kind of bent. Some kind of little gun, pistol, rifle looking thing. So that's what that is. Put that over here. And then he comes with Usagi. No, this isn't Usagi. This is just a beefed up, steroided rabbit of some sort as his sidekick. What do they call him? Harry the sidekick. Harry the beefed up rabbit. That's what it says on the box. So there we go, guys. You know what? They should make these sidekicks in like, the 4-inch, 3-inch figure form, because I would love to see a beefed up, steroided rabbit with a superhero cape and mask and stuff going on there. That'd be a badass looking figure. So think about it, guys. Next time somebody remakes these figures, if it's going to be Super 7, NECA, let's get like a same size sidekick. Or if you're going to make a miniature, just add some details, put some articulation in there. Let's get a beefed up, steroided rabbit, mini-me looking thing. That'd be cool too. So, yeah, enough about the rabbit. Very cool. Let's bring in the other figure here, the original. Take him off the stand. Is he going to stand up? Oh, the original stood up for me. Amazing. Amazing. But as you can see, they're pretty much identical. I don't notice any differences. The tusks look the same. The hair is the same. Yeah, no differences, man. So these are straight out of the molds. They got the mold, the same mold, and nothing but the mold, so help you God. But yeah, cool looking figures here, man. I do love these superhero figures, but I don't notice any differences. I'm going to put them all up next to each other side by side for the final look here. But definitely cool figures, man. Don't notice any differences between the reproductions and the originals, other than that weird waist thing going on with Dawn, but we'll just not talk about that right now. But anyways, let's put these guys out together and get one last look. All right, guys, so just a final look at these reproductions here with the originals. And I have to say, they are exactly alike. I don't notice any big differences. No huge problems with originality, almost exactly the same. I don't even know if there is a difference, honestly. We could say a few differences in the color variation, stuff like that, but honestly, pretty much the same figure you would have gotten back in 1993. So very cool figures, no complaints about them. A few QC issues, I guess, we could complain about a little bit, especially with the capes and some rub off. But overall, they're decent. I do like the accessories because I did not have the accessories for my originals here. So that's cool. I will definitely display these guys. I do love the box they came in. Just one final look at that box. Just very cool overall. Love that box art. That was almost the selling point for me altogether. But yeah, if you are a fan or if you grew up with these figures and you can't find the originals or just want one that looks perfect, these reproductions are exactly the same. I really can't say any big differences, nothing with these guys. It's almost like the same figure. So very cool that they came out with something so similar to our childhood stuff here. But anyways, guys, definitely pick out these figures, pick them up, get them. Like I said, I got these ones from Amazon. Sorry for all the zoom in here. But I got these guys from Amazon on sale for about $50, I believe. I think it's usually like $60, $70, something like that. You'll probably see markups different places you go. But if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get free shipping. Look these guys up. Sewer heroes. Get them. And that's about it for this review, guys. I do have another set that I picked up on a Black Friday sale. Not really a big fan of it, but it has April, a couple turtles. I think Mondo Gecko's in there. So I'll do another review of that figure set. And yeah, so that's about it, guys. Check out my other videos, and I'll talk to you soon.